Hey everyone, it's MsRheyRhey. So today is Game Design Friday, and I thought I would start off this new series that I'm doing by showing you the project that we're going to start working on. This is a project that I made back in November of 2017. Was it 2017 or 2018? Probably 18. I can't remember. It was in November though. I remember. It was November. So what this is going to be pretty much is kind of a prototype. Usually when you present a prototype, you have the mechanics like working and you have a really solid foundation of even if you have to rework the mechanics later on. In a prototype, you have a very good solid foundation of what your mechanics are going to be and how you can work on top of that. So this is not necessarily the perfect prototype, but this is what we're going to start as a prototype. I already have some mechanics, a list of mechanics in line that I'm going to work on first, and then we can get to how you can interact with them, and then after that it will be the level design, and after that it will be, I'm not sure, no, polish is at the very end. You always polish everything at the very end and make it functional first and then make it look pretty. That is what you do with game design. After the level design, you know what, I'll figure it out as I go. We have a lot of time to do this, so let me show you a video that I made before I started any kind of work now on it. So this is what I submitted to my school while I was working on it, because I think I said this on Monday. This is a school project that I felt just needed improvement on. So let me show you the video. This game I called Fallen Sleep. The basic premise of this game was that your character is dreaming, and you progressively just have to go through your dream while everything you touch and most of the floor that you walk on falls beneath you, so you kind of can't get it back. I need to get out of this frame. What I'm showing you is that what I was showing you before is like all of the scripts that I had pretty much lined up for this. Looks like I was trying to show you some things. This is the game manager I have for working mostly the main menu and making sure scenes that load up in the right order, things like that. I don't have a preview on this thing. Let me speed this up so I can show you how the game starts. Where did you go? Okay, so this is how we play the game. Load, please start. There we go. So this is sort of how I have it started. It's like I said, the game is called Fallen Sleep. I have the camera right now in this prototype to where sorry, excuse me, I just had lunch. The camera follows around your mouse. I had to show basic controls and everything for how you would usually play when it came to submitting it to the school. So it's basic WASD, spacebar to jump. I had R to restart the level because it was not a perfect game. Sometimes I had to restart everything because I would die. This is the tutorial. You are dreaming at this point, but you have to find a key that is in your room. Okay, there we go. Yes, apparently I turned off the follow mouse button. This is your character. As you can see, it has no animation to it, so this is why I call it a prototype. Your objective would be down here at the bottom until you find your objective, which is to find the key to open your door. This is a cat. you will have to interact with it often within the game. Those are the tiles that will fall once you are done using them. So that was the main premise. That's how I started this whole game idea. As you can see, the character does not move the smoothest. This is a project that I was told I had to work from absolute scratch and all by myself, and I was not very good at having a character move around. So many tutorials were followed for this, and many tutorials will be followed to better. But that's how you learn. So yeah, I just had a basic teenage room setup. There was a desk, the bed, computer, lamps just falling everywhere. I need to move the light because, dear God, it's such a dark corner. So yeah, when you I have a little volume set underneath the thing, so when I die, the room will just restart instead of going crazy and never moving and never progressing through the game. And then once you get the key, that door that you saw over here, I guess I wanted to show you the cat, what it was. You'll have to, like I said, you'll have to interact with the cat this next level, but it was just, that was used to show you that the cat will always look for a fish. Okay, so this was the living room level. That sheep, which I probably should have put in the tutorial, is an antagonist. I don't know if you'll see, I can't remember when I made this, but I don't know if you'll see me. You'll have to have seen it. The sheep will seek you out and will push you back. But as you can see, its level, its movement and navigation system, because it's on a navigation agent, but it's meant to push you back. And since this is a dream and sheep are commonly associated with dreams, it felt it fit. As you progress through the levels, my mindset through this was that gradually get smaller because it was a game, so anything could really make sense, and I thought the level getting bigger while you still had to like traverse more ground that was falling underneath you would be just kind of more of the dynamic, how you would play the game, more than how the game, like the rules of the game itself. Let me go back and show you, pause on something when you see it. There we go. Nope, go back one more. Nope, there we go. This little green thing, stepping stool, I don't know about most people, but there is a stepping stool in my house and my family's houses very often because we have a lot of children coming through our family and we are a bunch of short people. So I didn't think that was very uncommon, but you'll notice that that doesn't sink when you touch it. That is because it is also a mechanic. You use this to get to certain higher places because this game also deals with elevation along with falling objects. So it's not perfect. You'll see in the next level that once you have to interact with it, when it's bigger, it's kind of hard to get. But yes, the sheep, I haven't worked on the sheep just yet, but it'll probably be next. It really doesn't like you. It will follow you around and push you back, and I do have to work on how it pushes you back. That was not my first intention. Again, I don't know why I took off the follow mouse when I made it so essential when I was turning it into school, but the camera needs to follow the mouse. Again, you have it says now you need to feed the cat, or now could you feed the cat please? I'm so polite, but you can see over there the cat is looking for something. It's hungry. I don't think I was able to finish this level just because it was so janky, but as you can see, the little stepping stool ladder, it's really kind of hard to interact with right now because the character is so janky. The character movement is so janky. I need to work also on letting people, the players, know what you can and cannot interact with as far as what will and won't fall, because the whole premise I started this game with is everything you touch falls, and then I made things that didn't fall. So I will admit this is not the most original game, but I wasn't going for originality. I was going for, I need to learn something, and this will definitely be a project that I need to learn from. So I think I cheated in this too, because this stepping stool I made so kind of difficult to work with. I don't even know how I thought I could submit this to the teacher. Did I eventually cheat? I think I eventually cheated. Let me just get through this. I'm pretty sure I did not complete this game. Yeah, so I just kind of decided to ignore that. Terrorize the cat a little bit, because the cat is the opposite to the sheep. It really is. I actually think I think what I did, because this was so long ago when I first made this, I think the sheep and the cat actually share pretty much a copy of each other's scripts. It's just that instead of going towards you like the sheep does, I made it to where the cat will run away from you. And also I added that the cat will want to go to wherever its food is. But yeah, the cat will try to run away from you while also getting food. And let's see, I did cheat. I totally cheated right here. I moved myself to the objective of what you're supposed to do. I did, and I bugged myself. I do that a lot. I cheat with my own game design because I'm in the editor, but then I realize afterwards, wait, I was only winning because I was cheating. And when you have to cheat at your own game, you have to rework your game pretty much. So that was the objective of this. You found the cat food, you had to give it to the cat, and a key would magically fall from the sky. I don't know why the cat isn't just getting away from the food dish now that it's eaten it, but that's something I'll have to work on, I guess, too. And that was pretty much the whole of my game. So let me get back. Oh, that's done. Let me get back to me. There we go. So yeah, that was pretty much the whole of the game. That is the base framework that we have to work with. Next week, I will be working on the progression for this the following, and then next Friday I will show you what I've done so far. I think I'm going to start on getting the character to move a little less janky, because out of everything, that's what you start with. You start by moving, and if it doesn't feel good to move, you don't want to play the game. So I'll start with the character movement and work my way from there. Mostly, you will probably at the beginning see a lot of just working it within the tutorial room, because the tutorial level is always supposed to show you what you'll be working with, so you have an idea of what to expect throughout the rest of the game. So most of it is going to be within that little bedroom setting. I will probably expand it and move things around the more I work with other things. The main mechanics were the falling floors, the falling furniture, the cat that you will have to chase around most likely because it runs away from you, the sheep that you will have to run from because it chases you, and I think that's about it. Just mainly four mechanics. It's not very hard for a smaller game like this, so we should run smoothly. I'm gonna jinx myself by saying that, but it should all work within a good time frame. So that is what we are working with. If you have any suggestions on how I should move forward, I would be glad to hear any kind of advice. But that is basically the start of this. This is Fallen Sleep. It will probably not be the best game in the world after it's done. I probably will just let it still be free once I release it, because I am planning to release this once it's all done and finished and polished. But yeah, and then after that, we'll just find a new project or make a new project, and we'll go along, or move along as things move along. I'm not good with phrases, in case you can't tell, and I'm also still very jittery and not used to talking to a camera again. But yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this. I know I am not good at explaining video games or talking at all, so I very much appreciate you guys sticking to the end of this, and I will see you next week. Have a great day.